So at this point, we all know that R. Kelly is behind bars, has been for quite some time, but more recently there was an attempt on his life, and that has sparked people to, start to feel sorry for him. And this brother is saying, no, 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 do not feel sorry for R. Kelly. And he'll explain why. Take a look.
Hey man, we are not about to feel sorry for R. Kelly. R. Kelly put himself in this situation. If he would never did the horrible things that he did, he wouldn't have been in jail, and this would have never happened to him. Point blank, period. So he talking about they, in quotation marks, are trying to take him out. I mean, well, it's hard for me to feel sorry for people that get in these type of situations, because if you would just act like an upstanding human being and keep yourself out of trouble and not be using your money, power, and fame thinking that you're above the law, you wouldn't end up in jail. Point blank, period. You wouldn't be in these situations. So we are not about to start feeling sorry for R. Kelly. I don't care how good his music was. We are not about to forget the horrible things that he done. He locked behind bars for a reason. Should have made better decisions. What do y'all want from the store?
Well, look, I am inclined to agree with him. R. Kelly is responsible for being behind bars. R. Kelly did some heinous things to women, and he got away with it for a very, very, very long time. But eventually it caught up to him and he was incarcerated. Now, as far as somebody taking, attempting to take his life, I'm not saying he deserves it. I'm just saying usually what happens, and I do know this because I have a brother who was a prison guard for decades. And one of the things that he said is that when you are somebody that commits these kinds of crimes, SA, any kind of thing that you do to children, you know, um, there is a bullseye on your back. And in this case, there was obviously a bullseye on R. Kelly's back. And people pick their moment to do what it is that they've been wanting to do. And I don't want to say that he deserves for his life to be taken. I don't want to say that. But I will say that he is responsible for where he is. And one of the things that bothers me about this whole thing is that he was doing this for a number of years to primarily black women. And there were several, several, several instances where black women and the parents of these black young women were sounding the alarm and nothing was done. So for me, the problem I have with the justice system is why, when it comes to a black woman, was action not taken long before now? Because let's be real. If it was a bunch of white women that he was, had in that home for all that time and doing what he was doing to these women, and the parents of those white women were sounding the alarm, do you not think that the race soldiers would have busted in there long before they finally did with R. Kelly? Let's be real. It would not have been going on as long as it did. So that is my problem with the justice system when it comes to black women's lives. And people may ask, why didn't these black women leave? Why did they stay there? Why did they put up with it? I can't answer that question. All I know is he's where he needs to be for everything that he did. But I don't know that, I'm going to rejoice in his life being taken from him. I'm just indifferent. Like I don't have any feeling about, I don't feel sorry for him per se, but I don't like the idea of somebody's life, being taken from them. I don't. But that's my opinion. You let me know what you think about this. Do you think that, people shouldn't feel sorry for R. Kelly? Or Do you think that we should feel sorry for him, at least in this instance, because somebody's trying to take him out? Drop your comments